Welcome to the E.A.T podcast, episode number 35. I'm your co-host, Jerry. The other co-host that we're waiting on over there is Russ. Not sure where the Russ is, but I guess the Russ is going to make an appearance soon. Oh, there we go. He's got his handy avocado for tonight. Not sure what that's all about, but I guess we'll find out. And our special guest tonight. Oh, can't wait. And our special guest tonight, Mr. JBoots. Joe, how you doing, buddy?
I'm great. Appreciate you guys having me. Been listening since the beginning. Know you guys a long time, and happy to be on talking shit with you guys.
Beautiful.
All right. Well, we're going to start the show off with some breaking news.
What do you got, Russ? Tell us.
Jeremy Giambi, brother of Jason Giambi, found dead. 47 years old.
How old?
We talked about this with celebrities. Death comes in threes. You got Gerald Williams this week. Now Jeremy Giambi. Is there another shit?
Yeah, who's the third?
We got a theme going on here.
What was he, 47, you said?
Yeah. By the way, does anyone have fucking Microsoft Edge on their fucking computer?
Yes.
No.
Did you do an update? Now there's every 3 seconds there's a fucking ad wanting me to pay for McAfee services or Norton services.
Why are you using Microsoft Edge?
Yeah.
I bought a new laptop a couple months ago, and it came on, and I like it, but it's not that. The computer all of a sudden did an update. Now I'm getting every freaking 5 minutes. You have a virus detected.
There's got to be a way to kill it. There has to be. There has to be a way to kill it.
The other day, I got a text message that my Norton renewed for $235.
That's the thing, huh? Norton
No, I don't. That's the funny thing. I laugh. I'm like, I just want you to click the link to call on freaking everyday scammers.
All right, so Jeremy Giambi, rest in peace. Breaking news by Russ. All right, let's get to some current events. Hey, Russ, today is National Pizza Day.
I ate a fuck ton of it.
I saw you post on Twitter before. There was a map put out with the favorite toppings of all these states. Right. And who the hell is putting carrots on pizza?
First off,
who's up there?
I've come to realize some of these maps with favorite foods of each state and favorite things, it's mostly bullshit. It just wants you to get Twitter, because who the fuck says I'm animated tonight?
You're fired.
Good day to be on. Good day to be on.
45 minutes and out. First off, I don't think I can find one person that ever thought, let me put fucking carrots on my pizza, or put fucking corn on my pizza.
And corn, yeah.
And secondly, as much as I love bacon, I don't really eat bacon pizza that much. However, in no way, shape, or form in rankings should black olives be above bacon on pizza.
How is that possible?
Okay. And let me ask you a question here by our old friend, Mr. Ryan, that was on our show, our fellow Cardinals fan. In this list, in top 10, nobody fucking likes meatball? I mean, seriously?
Seriously? No meatball?
Carrots and corn, but no meatball? And with all the controversy of pineapple. First of all, I like pineapple on pizza, so fuck you all. But
yeah.
But no meat. Listen, it's just drawn to take attention. But we had a plain pie from Eddie's Pizza of Glorious Ronkonkoma, and I had a half mushroom, half sausage pie. So we went 2 double pies today.
Okay. And you were fine with your toppings, right? I mean, you didn't have carrots, you didn't have avocado, you didn't have corn, no tuna.
No, and I love avocado, but I'm not putting it on pizza.
It's ridiculous. I mean,
that's a very rare occasion.
I mean, you got to tell me, honestly, Pennsylvania, which is what, a stone's throw away from us, their favorite topping is corn? There's no goddamn way that's possible.
It's all, and I notice a lot of people in Pennsylvania are upset about this, because even them, I didn't even see where that would even make. You buy freaking sweet kernel corn and just sprinkle it on like cold cheese pizza.
They get people talking. And if you read the replies, they always have hundreds, thousands of replies.
I know. It's just,
you hear people saying, I live in this state and I've never had this on pizza. Down the list, getting the replies, getting people talking, getting retweets.
I mean, listen, I'll be honest with you. I would think that more people would probably eat anchovies on pizza than carrots. I mean, who says carrots on pizza?
Yeah, I'm looking at the map right now. Carrots. I mean, really? There's one state that wants carrots?
Yeah, and it's New Mexico. Maybe if that's true,
well,
I ain't never going to New Mexico.
I don't know. I would have thought maybe like some hot peppers or something for maybe over there. I mean, you got pepperoni in Texas, which makes sense if you want a little spice to your pizza.
Yeah, but where's the meatball? You know, black olives above bacon? I don't think so. All right, moving on. Academy Awards. And I'm
ready to go. Move on.
Right now, there's about like 2 movies that I even recognize on this entire list.
So I'm not afraid to admit that I watched Being the Ricardos on Amazon with Nicole Kidman.
I don't even know what it is.
It's about the I Love Lucy show. And believe it or not, she was nominated for Best Actress. The lead actor was nominated, and the supporting actor was nominated, but the film wasn't nominated for best movie. Other than that, I have not seen one show associated with the Academy Awards, and I guess it's maybe the COVID thing and not going to the movies or what. But I
didn't even know that many movies was released.
Yeah.
all I watched was Dune, which I really loved. I really enjoyed Dune. That was the first movie I saw in the theater post-COVID, which was really the soundtrack with the in the theater was awesome.
Was Ghostbusters nominated for anything? No, nothing.
That's
about my extent of movie watching.
It was okay.
No, nothing.
I didn't watch Encanto. My daughter loves Encanto. I still haven't watched it yet. I don't think it can live up to Coco for me, so I don't know.
It's not bad considering its company. It's not bad. You'll enjoy it, Russ. Catch some catchy tunes.
Well, I know we got those age children there, so I did enjoy Sing 2 there. I thought that was just as enjoyable.
See, that was another good one. Yeah, now these are the Academy Awards that me and Russ can talk about.
But the other one,
Jerry, you saw the movie. How was that one movie you saw about?
So Being the Ricardos.
Yeah, Being the Ricardos.
So listen, I saw it. It was good. Don't get me wrong. I was surfing Amazon. I was looking for something. It was one of the recommendations or whatever it was, and I was like, all right, let me just check it out. It's Nicole Kidman, and the other lead actor who played her husband was Javier Bardem, who's married to Penelope Cruz.
Yep.
And the other 2 people in the show, as Ethel and Fred, was the one. Ethel was a female who was I recognize from Billions. She was in the show.
Okay.
And the husband who played Fred was J.K. Simmons, which if you see his picture and look it up on Google, you know who that guy is too.
Oh yeah, sure. He's been in stuff.
Yeah, I knew the 4 main people on the screen. So I was like, all right, let me check it out. I used to watch I Love Lucy when I was a kid. My grandparents watched it. I think my mom even watched it every now and then.
Yeah, I definitely check it out.
So I checked it out. It wasn't bad. And then I saw that the 3 of them were nominated. I was like, all right, but then the movie wasn't nominated itself, which I don't know. You see movies now that win, and you're like, how the heck did that even win? So I would have nominated this if it was up to me.
Boots, did you watch Don't Look Up with Leo?
Not yet.
It's quirky, but I enjoyed it. It's kind of funny.
I hear you love it or you hate it. You either get it or you don't.
It's like a very, 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 very dry humor take on kind of what's going on in society as far as between politics and media.
Yeah, I feel like I'll love it once I watch it. I've been. It's a 2.5-hour movie. That's a big commitment for me.
I hear you saying. Yeah. I sat down the other day and watched Edge of War, Netflix's new World War II drama on Netflix, obviously. There goes my wife.
What is going on over there?
Her laugh is the best.
When my wife laughs, she sounds like a goddamn fucking
I have to admit. Now I know we stream over Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter, but we do have a live studio audience at your house, Russ.
I've been listening. I've been listening and watching you guys since the beginning. I watch most episodes. I skip through. Your wife is really like the Robin Quivers. Right. She really doesn't add much to the show. Adds zero to the show. Besides that, just great laugh in the background. Exactly. There it is. It's such a great laugh.
Listen, I equated to a damn chicken running around getting the rooster chasing her to fucking. By the way, the Chips Ahoy with the M&Ms in them was a quality collaboration they had there.
Are they soft?
I don't do soft. Only hard for me.
Yeah, we had this discussion, Joe, a few weeks ago. I think in a text.
Soft baked store cookies just don't taste right.
Yeah, Russ does not like the soft Chips Ahoy. When I brought up the red label package, he was like, "What? Regular Chips Ahoy?
Give it to me hard, or don't give it to me at all."
All right, fair enough. I mean, everybody has their own taste. I mean, I like it soft myself, but
Robin Quivers just turned on the light behind me. Now it's. Well, there we go.
There we go.
I gotta work my angles here.
Hey, Russ, I know you suggested the Amazon Prime movie, Richard. Joe, have you seen that? I just started.
The show.
I just started it. I'm about 3 episodes in. It's about 8 episodes for the first season. I'm hooked. I'm hooked.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. It's yeah, I heard it was good. I'm sure I would love that kind of series.
I spaced out for a sec. You said you do.
No, I haven't watched it yet. I heard it was good. Heard a bunch of people said good reviews on it.
I'm saying, Jerry, did you watch it?
I'm up to the 3rd episode. Russ, have you watched it all the way through for the first season?
No. So I'm on episode 4. So you did watch Reacher.
I'm right behind you.
Here, the son was trying to do stuff and shoot me with an imaginary Nerf gun, and
yeah, I'm right behind you. I'm on episode 3, about to start episode 4.
All right, I really enjoy it. And then, but Booch, you mentioned the new Ghostbusters. I don't know, dude. Like the whole repeat of "there is no mom, there is only Zool," and the fact that nobody in the town even knew what a goddamn Ghostbuster was, but yet some things didn't add up. And not for nothing, every movie. Like every kid in every movie has to be like some ridiculous genius that's like should be in MIT. Like it just doesn't. I don't know.
It was all right. It was fun. I mean, it's not the original.
I did not enjoy it, but I was kind of like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm on the same page with you on that one. It was all right.
Better than the women's remake. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, low bar to set.
All right, so moving along, the Olympics are off and running in Beijing. Did you guys, Joe, did you see the ski jump and other events with the nuclear power plant in the backdrop?
So I have seen it, and what I want to see is, did you guys watch the NFL games on Nickelodeon when they had the slime?
Yeah.
I want to see somebody score a perfect 10 and the nuclear power plants just start just blowing up, just nuclear waste in the air. I mean, it's perfect setup, right? I mean, they're right there, those big towers. I just want to see the nuclear sludge just all over for a perfect 10.
Ed Peyton and Eli commentating?
Hey, why not us?
Eli can commentate anything and be fun.
Yo, they just got extended till the 2024 season. I'm down. Yeah, half the time I only make it to the first half of the Monday night games, but I enjoy watching it with them telling their stories.
Oh, to be honest, I usually don't even watch the games. I usually watch the highlights of Peyton and Eli's commentary the next day.
Yeah. Dude, they're hysterical. They really are. Yo, You never realized how fucking funny Eli Manning is.
Oh, he's great. No, well, that's the best thing about him as a quarterback. He was this doofy, cornbread, 6'6" or whatever he was, white dude, like, oh, shucks, guys. But then he would be behind the line getting attacked by 350-pound linemen, just brushing him off, pushing him away, and throwing for 300 yards and winning Super Bowls and beating Tom Brady.
And yelling Omaha.
Omaha. But then, the guy was a beast. And then, he threw an interception. Oh, shucks. But, I mean, that was, one of the most endearing things about him. But, yeah, I mean, they're great on commentary. But, yeah, back to the Olympics. That's quite the scenery.
Yeah.
Not what I was expecting.
No, not the backdrop you'd expect from an Olympic event in a host country, but I mean that's where it is. I mean, it's in China, right?
Watching that now, that gives me the impression that you can build any Olympic facility next to anything. You want to build it in the middle of the desert in Vegas? Good luck. You can do it. It's going to happen.
That's it. I mean, some places might have different standards.
Maybe.
You can do it. Should you?
Listen, Olympics in New York. You build a giant ski jump down 6th Avenue.
I mean, that's not the worst idea.
Speaking of worst,
every fucking avenue has a different.
That's it.
Traffic's already screwed up already. What's the difference?
Speaking of worst ideas, I guess doping and the Russian Olympic team, they don't think this is the worst idea ever because now they're involved in another doping scandal already. And the Olympics is a week old. The Russian team figure skating.
They're not the Russian team. They're the Russian people of.
Yeah, I'm going to get to that in 1 second. So
the People's Republic of Russia. I don't know.
The Russian Olympic athletes, or whatever they're being called right now, failed a test in the team figure skating event. It's delayed the medal presentation. And I just saw on Twitter about 20 minutes ago or so that one of the athletes from the team has failed the test. So I guess my question for you is, aren't we done with this? I don't know what you're laughing about. I don't know what's going on over there.
When you're speaking, I had some dumb thought in my head while I took a drink of fucking figure. Like, all right, powerlifting. Get it. Take it steroids. What are you doping in figure skating?
Yeah, some team member of the team figure skating.
He's like, I need another drink.
Yeah,
pour one for that. Pour one for the dopers. Can they just go ahead and make steroids and doping and all this mandatory for all sports and make it a lot more exciting?
Well, I was going to say that. We make like a separate Olympics for like the dopers and say, listen,
the dopers,
have at it. Let's just see let's see what a peak physical human can do.
Let's bring it back to baseball. I want 75 dingers a year. Can we just make it mandatory now? I mean,
yeah. I mean, honestly, I've had enough of this, and I guess the one question for me is, why are they even still allowed to participate at this point? It's been years and years now where you have the Olympics and they're involved in a doping scandal.
Every 4 years, every 2 years, I guess, right?
Yeah.
They're involved in it. They're getting caught with something. So
yeah, enough is enough already. And a bright spot or bright spots on this year's Olympics. Did you guys see the two female athletes who posed nude recently?
But we need pictures though.
You had Lisa Buckwitz, who is a German bobsled and skeleton racer. She won a gold in 2018. And Janine Flock, an Austrian skeleton racer and 10-time world champion. Both posed nude. Both posed nude in the German Playboy Olympic edition that just came out last week before the Olympics started.
All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom for a minute.
Let's know how it goes. Good for them. They work hard on those bodies. None of us are ever going to pose for anything.
Well, never say never. I can pose right now. Whether everybody wants to see it or not is a different question.
Fair enough, Russ. Fair enough.
Listen, there are people out there that want fat people.
There's a market for everybody.
Okay, me and Jerry found out on Craigslist years ago.
Oh, what a story!
Somebody was looking for an overly hairy, smelly bear man.
Russ was.
So how'd that night work out for you, Russ?
I don't know. Unless it says offer of $1 million, I ain't taking it. But speaking about millions,
yeah,
big talk about Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
We spoke about Joe Rogan last week and the controversy he got himself involved in, and this week, Rumble, a social media platform, sends out an offer in a full-blown letter to everyone for the world to see. Joe Rogan, come work with us. We won't, censor you or anything, and we'll give you $100 million for 4 years. Let's get it done. And this afternoon, Joe officially declined the offer. But I got to tell you, if Joe were to leave Spotify, that just shows you that other platforms would pick him up in a heartbeat, and he wouldn't be out of work.
Yeah.
I don't really listen to him, so I can care either way. But
I mean, I like Joe Rogan. I listen to him. But yeah, I mean, how much was his Spotify deal? Was
Roughly
it
hundreds of millions as well.
about that 100 million, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Joe Rogan's not going to be out of work for long.
No.
I mean, he only started on Spotify not too long ago. He had his own thing that you had to go to the Joe Rogan podcast and his website or other podcast place. So, I mean, I think he's going to be all right. His following, and I think it's a testament to Joe Rogan to not crumble under the pressure to keep doing what he's doing. Spotify's fairly backing him, seems, and letting him do his thing and not really censoring him. I mean, he came out with that apology and all that, which I'm sure that was 100% Spotify saying, "Hey, do us a favor and make it sound nice." But yeah, I mean, he's sticking with Spotify, and I mean, turning down what the fuck is Rumble? Has anybody ever heard of it?
I think that's where male conservatives hook up, kind of like the grinder.
I don't want to misspeak. I don't want to misspeak. I'm not on Rumble. I don't know what Rumble is. It's just a social media platform that's out there.
It's okay.
Yeah, as much as I want to say on that, we're going to leave that one alone because we don't talk politics. So
no, we don't. We're done with this right now.
Moving along. But hell of a comment, Russ. Hell of a comment. I'm gonna use that one later on too.
That's why Russ is here. It keeps me laughing.
Yeah.
All right, moving along. Nick Cannon. I don't know if you guys saw the Instagram feed, the Instagram post, was sent a vending machine full of condoms after he announced he is having his 8th baby. I mean, really, the time to get fixed? Maybe? Anybody out there want to help him along? I don't know. I mean,
I don't know what anybody has to say on that. I mean,
the guy should know. I mean, come on.
Well, I think the contract, like what people are upset about on social media and stuff, is that he just lost a child. He had his son just died a few months ago. Son, daughter.
Yep.
Died a few months ago. Obviously, it's an awful thing. But then to turn around and having your 8th child. A couple months later to announce the pregnancy of your 8th child after something like that. Yeah, I think the vending machine. Who sent? Do we know who sent it to him? Was it just showed up?
I don't know who sent it. Great.
Was it family, friends? Was it a social media thing? Like it just show up at his door?
It just showed up one day.
These women are just locking him in.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh,
jeez. Yeah. What? Are you leaving me? I'm having your 19th child.
Yeah.
So Floyd Bunny Mayweather was spotted at the Lakers-Bucks game and saw some kids selling some candy outside the arena. Happily gave each of them a $100 bill and said to TMZ, "Hey, I'll do it every time. I'm all about giving back to the kids. They're out here selling candy and they're not doing anything wrong." I think it's a great thing. Guy's loaded, doesn't need it, drops 100 like it's a dollar bill to me and you, and it was a great thing.
Yeah, I mean, you can't do anything but respect that. I mean, say what you want about the guy, love him, hate him. He's got a mouth, but his record backs him up. What he's done, he's got the money, and you know what? I mean, he gets a lot of hate, but at the same time, he's never been besides running his mouth and being a trash talker, and say what you want as a boxer, he's never really been in legal trouble, as far as I recall. So I mean, good for him.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the money. I mean, you want to give back to people. Have you guys seen that new show with Shaq? I haven't watched it yet, but apparently it's about Shaq, like kind of giving back and all he does. But I was watching some clips of Shaq when he just goes to Walmart. He says every time he goes to the store, he buys somebody something.
Wow.
It doesn't matter where he is, but if he goes to Walmart, if he goes to whatever, he buys somebody something and pays for something.
That's awesome.
And says he's like, I got it. I want to give it back. But yeah, there's a show on. I kind of maybe Netflix or Hulu or one of those. I saw it on, but it looked pretty good about what he does and kind of how he gives back to the community. So yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of very similar to what Floyd Mayweather did. He just saw a kid out there and just gave him some money.
That's awesome.
I mean, say what you want about the guys. Love him or hate him, Floyd Mayweather, but I mean, nothing but respect for doing something like that for a kid hanging around.
So Russ is the expert gambler on the show, Joe, and New York State just did 1.6 billion in gambling revenue in the first month of mobile betting, shattering records. New Jersey had the record, but 1.2 billion, and New York in the first month of it being in existence shattered it. Do you have a mobile betting account? We all know Russ does. I don't. What are your thoughts on it?
I do. I downloaded it. I'm not a huge gambler. I'm a big fantasy sports guy. Was never a big gambler with sports betting, but I believe it. I downloaded some apps.
Okay.
I downloaded FanDuel or DraftKings and Caesars, right? But yeah, everybody I know, I'm in group chats with different groups of friends, guys I work with. Everybody I know is dropping a couple bucks here and there.
Oh, yeah.
It's everybody's doing it. Guys that know they're on big sports fans. Like, yeah, I put $20 on this game. Like, are betting. But it's been, in New York, it's been illegal. It's 2022 we're in, and it's finally sports betting is legal in New York. And yeah, dropping $20 on a game here and there. I think everybody's excited about it. It's about time. I don't know how many states it's still, not legal in, but, to generate that much money for New York.
Crazy.
I'm sure there's some people in the legislative in New York and goes, what the fuck were we waiting for?
Yeah, seriously. All that money that was leaving,
All
they
right.
had to get wherever else.
What were we waiting for?
Hey,
So, I think it's a great thing. And Russ, the degenerate gambler you are, I'm sure you're very excited that you don't have to go to, like, backroom bookies anymore.
I'm not a huge fan of the FanDuel and DraftKings stuff.
Yeah, because then it'll give you the odds. You don't have to, you don't get the guy in the suit showing up at your door.
I never did that anyway. I never liked that stuff. But what I was going to say was just announced is, I guess, we're going to talk about it later. Martin St. Louis was named the head coach of the fucking Canadians.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to hockey. A very shocking announcement.
Well, they also just named the new assistant general manager, Vincent Lecavalier.
Really?
No, really?
Yeah. They're getting the Tampa Bay band back together.
Wow.
Yeah, Vinny Lecavalier is now the assistant GM.
Wow. We'll get to that with hockey. I got a bunch of stuff to get to with hockey. That's just, I'm shocked. Real quick, Portnoy is suing Business Insider. I don't know if you guys saw, but the details of the lawsuit came out. He's suing the CEO. He's suing the editor-in-chief and 2 reporters who wrote articles. Portnoy came out and stated there's no settling, no amount of money that they can pay me to get me off their backs. I won't rest until I put them out of business. 5 or so women now have come out in 2 separate media blitzes by Insider telling their sides of the story. Portnoy claims that everything that he did with them was consensual. Screenshots of text messages came out. Portnoy tweeted out the full complaint, and then the editor-in-chief of Insider put out a response. This isn't going to end well. Portnoy worth, a couple of $100 million, and you got women coming out here claiming this. Portnoy saying no, it was consensual. He's showing text messages of the women the next day saying, "Hey, let's get back together." Which right away that kind of poo-poos the whole thing if you come asking to get back to. But definitely not going to end well for somebody. It's going to go to trial. I don't think he's going to settle.
Yeah, he's somebody that he's confident, right, that he did nothing wrong, and he's not only standing by his statement, but he's suing, and he's going to go to court and not only defend himself, but he's ready to go on the offense.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And defend himself, and not only prove that he didn't do anything wrong, but prove that they did something wrong to him by accusing him, which, I obviously wasn't there. I like Dave Portnoy. I think he has a huge douchebag. I love him. I think he's great. Huge douchebag. You have to believe the guy's a douche, right?
I think we're on the same page. I like. You're right. I like him. But
I love him. I think he's great.
This giant. You're like I said, giant douchebag. But I still like him.
Right. Yeah, but exactly. But I like him.
Keep reviews and keep on doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean the guy. I mean, he started what he started. He's worth what he's worth from what? A little sports website,
He
Barstool.
started a blog that he
A blog.
basically printed on his own and handed out to commuters at Boston train station platforms. And that's
Right.
how it all started.
And now he's worth, I don't know, but a lot.
So Barstool,
I mean,
Penn National Gaming, the casino conglomerate, bought
Right.
into Barstool a year or so ago. They bought 36 or 35% for $100 and something million. So right away
Right.
off the bat, easy math, you're claiming Barstool's almost worth $500 million. So I mean,
Easy math for some people, but
yeah.
good for you. Thanks. I wouldn't have figured that out, especially with all this bourbon. But yeah, I mean, good for him. If he's innocent, he's sticking to his guns. I mean, I don't want to get too far into this conversation, but
no, I don't either.
Yeah, I mean, there's people who are worth that much. There are women, there are people that will take advantage and try to get a piece of that pie.
Yeah, they'll ask for a payout and move on.
Get a piece of
It's a he said, she said. So we'll let the courts play it out and kind of decide. I think Trevor Bauer, similar situation, right?
Yep.
He was. I believe they just dropped the charges. Was
Yes,
it either dropped or he was acquitted? I'm not sure.
After a 5-month investigation, Trevor Bauer will not be charged with any wrongdoing, was the statement that was put out yesterday.
Right. Again, that's in a court of law. Morally and socially, was there some wrongdoing? Maybe.
Yep.
That's it's a slippery slope when you get into that, right? But I mean, hopefully Dave Portnoy, accomplishes and clears his name if his name should be cleared, and let the legal system sort it out.
It'll be sorted out there. Moving on, the NFL announced starting next year, for the next 4 years, they will play 1 game a year in Germany. 2 games will be in Munich. 2 games will be in Frankfurt. I guess this is an extension of the London type games that they're doing.
Did they say whether it'll be in addition to the London game?
I did not see that. That's a good question. If you're going to inconvenience, it's bad enough you inconvenience teams to go to London. Now you're going to inconvenience them to go to London and Germany?
You're inconveniencing teams. That's about it. And other than that, you're not really inconveniencing fans when you're asking people to get up at 8 a.m., 9 a.m. on a Sunday for fucking Dolphins Jaguars games. It really isn't affecting that many people.
Well, it is now a betting in New York.
If you're betting on a Dolphins Jaguars game, you got problems.
I think we know a few people who might be. Wait, moving on. Russ, last week we discussed that the Washington football team was going to drop their new name on February 2nd, and you called it before it was actually out there.
Communists. Oh, Commanders. Commanders. I think I like the whole Red Tails thing better, but
I did too. Redbirds or Red Tails would have been great.
Not the Redbird, but I like the Red Tails thing, the tie-in with the military. The Commanders thing, I don't know.
I don't think it's that bad. I mean,
I don't think it's that bad, but it really does feel like some arena football fucking league name.
It does.
And
so
now,
Joe,
the Orlando Storm versus the Washington Commanders. Live tonight on Arena Football. Sunday.
So, Joe, you've been listening to Russ over the last half of football season or so with his Tom Brady man crush. And now that Tom Brady has retired, he's gotten into the podcast business, and he actually put out a message on his podcast. He actually put out a message on his podcast, never say never, and I'll let you know how I feel in 6 months. Now, that makes me think there's always a chance, but this guy really didn't want to retire.
No, you know what that means? That means he's going to sit at home. He's either going to love it or he's going to hate it. He's going to watch how the season goes, and then when the right opportunity, if somebody gets injured, comes along, and they're a Super Bowl contender, he's going to be like, fuck it, Giselle. Are you tired of me being home? What do you think? All right, go back. Got it.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that team, too. That team is built around Tom Brady, right?
Yes. Yep.
I mean, Leonard Fournette and, Antonio Brown walked out, but Gronk. Those guys went there.
Chris Evans.
Right. A lot of those guys went there because Tom Brady was there.
Mike Evans. I'm
Get his
sorry,
name
Mike
right.
Evans.
It'll be interesting to see what he does. He says he's retired. I mean, the guy can still play and win Super Bowls.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's a freak. He's the best. He's the best quarterback in football history. I don't see how people argue. You could argue stats. Peyton Manning, Dan Marino, Joe Montana.
Listen, Peyton Manning for me will always be one of my favorite players. I'm a Colts fan. Peyton Manning is God. But the reality of it, he was the best regular season QB ever.
Right.
You know, Tom Brady, man, listen, the rings don't the rings talk.
Yeah, he sits there like this and he shows everything, right?
Yeah, there was, and I don't know if you guys talked about it. There was an Instagram, a tweet that went out by the NFL when Tom announced his retirement, and it was all his ridiculous stats. And one of them that stood out was the Dallas Cowboys have been in existence since 1960, have won 35 playoff games.
What's Tom won?
35 playoff games in his career. And I mean, it just like you were looking at the stats and the crazy numbers of all-time wins combined with everybody under him. They were crazy numbers. But yeah, I mean, if he's retired, then I think Russ, you mentioned something maybe last week or a week, 2 weeks ago when you guys were talking about on the podcast that you hated Tom Brady. And then recently, you kind of started loving Tom Brady.
Oh, I never said in the podcast I hated Tom Brady.
No, you said you didn't like Tom Brady back in the day. And you loved Aaron Rodgers.
Of course, because he was a freaking.
And all of a sudden, it changed when he went to Tampa.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, and I was never a Tom Brady fan, but to be honest, this season, I was rooting for Tom Brady to win another one. Why the fuck not?
You want to hear more ridiculous stats? I have as many Super Bowl wins as the Dallas Cowboys in the last 15 years.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We could make this a whole show about Dallas and how they suck.
Yeah. We can go on for quite a while.
Listen, speaking of something me and Tony Romo, same amount of wins.
Speaking of something that sucked, did either of you guys watch the Pro Bowl or the one-hand touch bowl? Because
you know what I watched? The inside of my eyelids, because I took a fucking
I gotta tell you, honestly, Russ, are you paying money to go see that? Because I know I'm not. Are you?
No, and here's my suggestion. Stop with the Pro Bowl.
Right, exactly.
Per se. Have a weekend. I know that they do like a skills competition, but it's not like the other ones. Create one that's fun, and then have a giant fan fest day and say, listen, these are the players that are nominated. And basically say, hey, listen, we're going to hurry out the fans for autographs and have a fun fest weekend. Screw the game. You know, if they're that worried about getting hurt, which I do understand compared to other sports, if that's the decision, then fine. Say, listen, here are the Pro Bowl guys. Congratulations. This is the weekend. You get a bonus for coming, and basically make it a fan fest weekend. Come up with a bunch of more interactive, better, skills type games for them to compete in, and then have just a giant fan fest, dude. And
I agree.
Listen, if you don't want to come, don't come. If you do want, other than that, what can I say? You're not going to get players leveling each other. And I can understand it, but yes, having some two-hand touch, crap.
Yeah,
I ain't wasting my Sunday on that shit.
No.
Listen, I'm a hockey fan. You know how much of the fucking All-Star game I watched? I took a nap.
The NFL, the Pro Bowl is the worst of the All-Star games.
I agree.
I think
that's a pretty low bar to set because, I mean, I go MLB, NBA, NHL, maybe the Pro Bowl.
Get out there.
NHL, that's preference right there. I still think the MLB All-Star game is fun, the whole home run derby and stuff. Maybe I'm just biased because I'm a big baseball guy. But the Pro Bowl is just It's after the season's over. It's guys that don't want to be there. They want to be home with their families after a long season. They don't want to get. It's the most contact sport. It's a waste.
Yeah, they're
like
done.
Russ said, just do some fun skills competition.
Listen, take the kickers. Let's see who can mash a fucking 80-yard field goal.
Exactly.
Like almost like a home run derby for kickers. Let's take the let's find find an event, a couple events for the linemen and just have fun with it and make a whole fucking fan weekend. And like I said, I'm pretty sure they get bonuses for the Pro Bowl. You want your bonus? You come to the Pro Bowl, you come to the Fan Fest and everything, you get it. If you want to stay home, you don't get your money. You just get the accolade of. I
think that's what's great about All-Star games too is you get to see some personality from players. Don't play the Pro Bowl. Take the helmets off. Maybe do a flag football game, whatever it is.
I'm even fine with that. If that's what you're gonna do, have fun.
Flag football, whatever it is, make it fun. But I think that's what's great about. I know we're going to talk about the NHL too, but that's what's great about All-Star weekends or All-Star games. You get to see the guys take the helmet off, show some personality, have some fun interaction with each other.
That breakaway challenge thing was the most just dumbest fucking thing ever.
We're gonna get to that.
There's some opinions there.
Well, let's get to that.
I might disagree with you later on, but
we're gonna get to that in a few. Real quick, there's no head coaching vacancies left in the NFL. I'm not sure if you guys saw, but Lovie Smith gets the job in Houston, and right away, Brian Flores releases a statement, which I'm calling it a jerk-off statement because, really, the reason that Flores wasn't hired was because of his decision to stand up to racial inequality across the NFL. And that's why Lovie Smith got the job. How about Lovie Smith was maybe more qualified than you after all the years he coached and everything he's put into his resume? Maybe that is what stood out, and he was on the coaching staff already with them.
So Lovie Smith, also a black man.
True.
I don't know what else to say about that.
He's just sour he didn't get the job. But
right.
If the whole gripe was about minority candidates and minority coaches, they satisfied your argument with somebody else.
It wasn't him. We're not going to go there. But I think that kind of statement that Lovie Smith got the job over him.
More qualified. Maybe that's what it came down to.
Lovie Smith is a black man. Great head coach. Proven NFL. Right? He's been around.
He's been around.
He looked out to a more qualified coach, and he's basically playing the race card when I really don't think there's a race card to play there.
No, there isn't.
And that's not a conversation we're going to go deep in. But, I think he's just making a really bad name for himself right now.
Lovie Smith's career record in the NFL is 92-90. He's coached 182 games. He was over 500. You can't make it a race issue. The guy's been successful in the league. Whether his last few years in Chicago were nothing and he was, getting back in the mix by being a coordinator on Houston. He went back.
How can you make it a race issue?
You can't.
He's the same race as you.
Yeah.
And
it's ridiculous.
You said we're not going into race and that conversation, but he lost out to a job to somebody of the same race as him, and he's playing the race card. I don't think it works like that.
No, I don't think it works like that either.
So he's sour. He lost out on the job, right?
Yeah. Hey Joe, who do you like in the Super Bowl? I don't know if you saw the last. I'm sure you did, but. Russ is doing whippets?
No, I'm fat. I actually eat the whipped cream.
Good for you, Russ.
20-year-old me did the whippets. 38-year-old me eats the fucking whipped cream.
38 years old. God bless you, Russ. Just a baby.
Yeah.
All right. Bengals doing it for Harambe.
Yeah. Joe, what are your thoughts on the Super Bowl? You picking Bengals or Rams?
Don't fucking disappoint me, Joe.
You know what?
You jump on his side.
Joe, I picked one of the two teams in the Super Bowl I picked before the season started to go all the way and win.
I know you did, and I can't not get distracted by Russ taking shots of whipped cream out of a can. God bless you, Russ.
Don't fucking do it, Joe.
You know what? To be honest, if you want to know who I want to win,
that's always a different story with me and Russ.
Right. There's two different stories. Who I think and who I want to win.
Just spit it out, Junior.
Who do I want to win? It's tough. I mean, how can you not pull for the Bengals right now, Russ? Right? But goddamn, Matt fucking Stafford.
He's a dick.
13 years with the Lions. He has been a relevant quarterback.
I don't care. He's a spoiled.
If he was on any other team, you guys are fantasy sports guys. He's been a fantasy relevant quarterback on the fucking Lions since he's been a rookie.
Yep.
If he was on a team like the Rams from day one, the numbers. I honestly think Matt Stafford would be in the all-time great conversation.
If he had a real team around him and could win, absolutely. I mean, he Calvin Johnson all those years. And
the two of them put up ridiculous numbers.
Yeah, but they didn't win.
They couldn't do it all. It was a two-man team for years, right? In my Super Bowl prediction, I'm going with the Bengals.
Wow.
Yeah. Right. On a side note, I'm not very happy about Gatorade. Their new bottles are 28 ounces as opposed to the old 32 ounces. Not happy.
Are they the same, Russ? Are they the same price?
They are, which is even worse.
You need to send a fucking letter.
We're sending a letter from the E.A.T podcast.
We're
not happy. We're not happy.
I pay the same price for 4 ounces less. Just give me my 4 ounces.
You know what I've turned to? Costco, the liquid IV packets.
The what?
Liquid IV?
It's called Liquid IV. They sell it at Costco. It's great. It's basically a hydration packet you pour into your water. They have different flavors. It's great. Right. Electrolytes, all that shit. I don't know. It tastes fucking good.
I usually do that in the summer.
Less thirsty. Yeah, you guys will like it. Russ, especially you. You bust your ass out there and doing what you do. But
carry around a giant insulated 1-gallon jug in the summer.
Yeah, no. Check him out and look it up. Liquid IV.
All right.
Hopefully we get some sponsorship out of this. So it's great. Feels good.
Jerry, how much are Super Bowl tickets going on the secondary market these days?
The average ticket price is $8,869. It's the highest ever for any event. Who the hell has that kind of money sitting around? Russ, you got in the mattress? Joe, in the couch?
I'll take four.
Yeah, bring the family. Let's go. Bring a couple of the buddies.
On a side note, I don't really do it. I'm not big into it, but my boss convinced me to buy some to split some boxes today.
Okay.
And which actually just reminded me of a nice wife idiot moment for a minute, but he did make me aware of a special box that this place was giving away. It was a $10,000 box.
10,000 each.
10,000 each in the box.
Holy God.
No score changes. Winner take all, $1 million cash. But I want you to think about that for a sec. You have 1 in 100 chance of winning
at $1 million bucks. Sign me up.
It's probably best odds, but 10 grand.
Sign me up with a few buddies. 2,500 a piece, or me and you, or whatever. Good to go. Done. I'm in.
You're Jerry?
4 guys, 25. Listen, it's a lot to go in on a box, but at the same time, like I said, 1 in 100 chance to win $1 million cash. You're not going to find better odds than that, really.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Think about the money that you spend on nonsense throughout the year.
That's true, but that means you got to stop spending it on nonsense.
So if you took $50 a week,
listen,
and set it aside.
This is your old "Where's your Ferrari" joke.
If you set aside $50 a week, and you got 3 other buddies to join in with you, you guys are getting a box and a 1 in 100 chance at $1 million.
Listen, it all sounds great. It never works out like that.
But Jerry, you're also saying set aside $50 a week. You know how much weird shit I can order on Amazon for $50 a week?
My wife has no idea. Fucking motorized Nerf gun, a bunch of bullets.
Yes. See, exactly. That's a hard $50 a week to not spend on Amazon.
I got paid today, and the first thing I did was like, all right, we need This. I got new sheets coming, new bath mat, inside and out. Fucking, greens powder to clear my colon out. Freaking got a bunch of shit coming.
Exactly. See, now Jerry's just saying that. How easy is $50 a week? $50
right.
a week. Claim this colon.
Breaking news: Bob Saget's cause of death revealed.
What do you got?
Apparently he had a brain bleed following an unspecified trauma to the head.
Really?
Yeah, he said he fell asleep, but it says reported that there's a bruise to the back of his head that nobody knows if so he might have fell or got hit.
He might have fell or something.
They
have
concluded that he accidentally hit the back of his head on something. No drugs or alcohol were in his system. Fuck, wow. Bob Saget went out from like a fall in the bathtub?
That's a fucking shame.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's terrible. But yeah, it's saying that he had bruising to the back of the head and it caused the brain bleed. That's damn. A lot of breaking news tonight.
Yeah, look at you. You're like TMZ. It's like TMZ.
Russ is the man on the scene.
Like Howard Cosell over here.
You have to get like that news feed ticker every time you have a breaking update. Exactly. Can we get a soundboard on this fucking show? Like,
Hey, we're looking for somebody. You know anyone?
No, but I'll figure it out. I'll Google how to do it.
I hear Mattress Mac popped an enormous bet.
He had a drive over state lines, Russ. Did you see this?
The place is bet?
Wait. Yeah. Was it $4.5 million on the Bengals?
$4.5 million on the Bengals to win 7.7.
Oh, I was say he did that last week. Yes, he had a place at several books. It's amazing that this it doesn't matter. This man still makes money either way on his promotions for his mattresses.
Because he's selling mattresses at God knows whatever margin and whatever percent profit, and to basically hedge the promotion, he's betting the other way. That's what he's doing to cover himself.
But goddamn, sucking man, this man sells a lot of mattresses. Boots, what do you got there? You got some crazy looking phone. Looks like Darth Vader's chest.
The Galaxy S21 got like 9 cameras on the fucking thing.
The S22 came out today.
Yeah, what do you got? 5 cameras back there?
Dude, I can take a picture of Uranus from my house.
I said that that thing looks like the plate that's on Darth Vader's chest.
Exactly. I got the case on it to make it sleek, the gunmetal case.
Well,
holy
Samsung Android. So yeah, I'm fucking up your group chats. That's right. I'm the guy fucking up your group chat. Android.
You and Russ are the guys that make my group chats green.
Russ, you're still Android?
Of course.
God bless you.
I won't go over you, Empire. But I still have I got the S12 Edge. That was the last one that had the removable memory.
Yeah.
The new 22 Ultra came out today. That looks amazing. And the battery life is supposed to be like incredible.
Amazing.
But I still want to know: is there removable memory? I don't want a cloud. I want removable memory. So
yeah, I'm on the cloud. I give up on it. Yeah, this is a quick funny story. I have a group chat with a bunch of buddies that I've been friends with since high school, and there was one guy that they were Keith, you gotta switch to Apple. You gotta switch to iPhone. You're fucking up on group chat. And finally he did it. He made the switch. And everybody said, what the fuck? Why is this still not? My bad, guys.
Yeah, it was you.
That's our buddy Gary that always gets on me.
Yeah. Gary, I fucked up a few of Gary's.
Here's the funny thing is, me and Jerry talk in other group chats and never have any problems. It's only with the one specific person there's a problem. So something tells me his specific iPhone or whatever the hell he's doing is causing him problems.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I complain about the Samsung is whatever it be, the communication between Apple's and Samsung's.
Still not great.
The phones take fucking 4K video now, and 1080p and 4K. So I sent it to you in Facebook Messenger. My video looks like I'm Steven fucking Spielberg taking a video. But I sent it to you in text message. It looks like my nuts took a photo with the original Nokia.
No, you're absolutely right. That is the most frustrating thing.
They need to figure out a way to allow you to send multimedia messages.
Literally, I've seen like fucking Charlie Chaplin videos in better clarity than sending in an Android video to a group chat, and that's no fucking bullshit. Literally, Charlie Chaplin videos where they're fucking like this with a fucking 8mm, whatever the fuck it was, of better quality.
That's my only real complaint on them is just the videos, dude.
100%.
I love people make fun of us, the memes that look like the 8 megapixel memes.
All right, moving along. So we knew that the Metropolitan Division in the NHL was the best division in the league. I mean, just look at the teams involved.
Hour my ass.
What do you mean hour? We're all Ranger fans here.
We're at 55 minutes here.
Fair enough, Russ. We're going hour 15 easy.
We're going long tonight, guys. All right, so I thought you meant hour like O-U-R, not H-O-U-R.
Yeah. That was an interesting spot to drop the hour. Hour, yeah. No, me too. I was like, wait, we are all Ranger fans here.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Jerry.
Oh, we knew the Metropolitan Division was the best division in the league. Us being all Ranger fans, they won the All-Star competition. Joe, what were your thoughts on the All-Star skills events at the Bellagio, particularly the NHL 21 and 22 and the makeshift rink that was on the Bellagio fountain show backdrop? What'd you think of them?
It was cool. It was fun. I mean, I guess they're trying to do something. I mean, I kind of like the traditional back in the day, the skills competition and it
was different though. It spiced it up. I mean, you had these guys on platforms basically shooting pucks, which who thought that you would ever see that at the Bellagio? And then you had the guys on the strip.
It was cool. It was fun.
That was kind of cool, but they were dry as fuck.
And then you got to the breakaway competition, right?
Yeah, let's dress up and see what we can do. Yeah, that one.
What the fuck?
The only fucking cool one was Trevor Zegras.
Oh, he made that sick move.
That was the only fucking one that was kind of cool. The Jack Hughes one was absolutely freaking. No, it was stupid. Just give me let's go old school and have a goddamn real breakaway fucking shootout.
So Jack Hughes did the magician and had the mini Jack Hughes, right?
Yep.
So just for reference, he had a box come out.
Yep.
And he threw a mini jersey into the box and a mini hockey stick into the box.
Yep.
And a mini something else into the box. And he had a hat on, a top hat and a cape, and he shook his wand.
Yep.
And his little brother or cousin, who the fuck he was, skated out, and he was mini Jack Hughes out of a magic trick. It was that whole thing was over the top. You guys are bigger hockey fans than I am. I'm a huge Ranger fan more than I'm a hockey fan. Who did the Hangover?
You had the guys from the Hangover that came out.
Right.
Man, so dumb.
Then you had the Zegras one. We came out as what? The dodgeball with dodgeball.
Dodgeball.
And he did the around the back spin.
That's what I'm saying. I need to know though. Was he really that blind? If he really couldn't see through that blindfold, then that was out of control. Ridiculous.
He had to see through it. Come on.
That was absolutely ridiculous. That was a ridiculous move. Forget all the dramatics. The move he pulled.
The move itself.
With the deep picking up and kind of spinning around, and what he did with the puck on his stick was ridiculous.
Yep, I agree.
Forget all the dramatics and stuff. I mean, that on its own stood up to be an amazing trick shot, right? Did you need it with the dramatics of him being the average Joe's in the dodgeball? Probably not.
No, I mean, but I guess that spices it up as opposed to just the regular guy coming down on a breakaway, making a move here or there, going through the legs and doing whatever he does. So,
right. I thought it was cool.
I enjoyed it. It was different.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun.
All right, so moving along, as we said before, you got a bunch of prior, even Hall of Famers now getting involved in front office jobs. You got Daniel Briere. Daniel Briere got involved with the Flyers front office. Pat Verbeek got involved with the Anaheim front office. Yeah, and just Russ with the breaking news that Vinny LeCavalier is now involved with the Montreal front office as the assistant GM. You had
Tuukka Rask calling it quits.
Tuukka Rask calling it quits.
Yep.
Martin St. Louis now behind the bench. Russ, what are your thoughts on him? I mean, unproven. What did he do? Coach his kids' Pee-wee team? I mean, where did they?
Yes, which I found kind of funny that somebody. But Montreal's so bad they literally hired a Pee-wee coach, Pee-wee hockey coach. I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Yeah, we're gonna find out. I think Patrick Waugh not getting a mention is interesting. I'm not sure now. At this point, I'm starting to think, is he ever going to get a job again in the league? That's where I'm thinking with him because I thought he was successful in Colorado before he left. He had some good teams there. I don't know.
I think it's
how old does that make you feel that Vinny LeCavalier and guys like that are now coaches?
Yeah,
guys that you remember as young rookies breaking. I mean, we're at the age that we remember these guys as, and this might be actually the first generation of players that we remember, and we're all the same age.
Yeah, but you remember something.
Little baby Russ over there, a couple years younger. But we remember LeCavalier breaking into the league.
Yeah,
it don't bother me that much, and I'll tell you why. It's because if you really look at them, they're not much older than that. Listen, we watched Hank Retirement's night. I feel like the motherfucker looks like he's like 45 the way he's dressed. They're like, oh, he's 38, way past his prime. And I'm like, I'm fucking 38. I feel like I look nothing like that.
Yeah, exactly. He's your age.
Back in the day, we're used to coaches being 50s and 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're getting coaches that Sean McVay's 38. I'm like, this motherfucker's coaching the Rams. And
younger than me.
Here I am. Piddling.
Well, I think in the NFL, it was the final four teams. Tom Brady was actually younger than all the head coaches left in the playoffs at that point.
Yes, the coach.
At 40, what is he, 40-something? What is Tom Brady, 42?
43?
43, right? He's got a couple years on him. And this is 38 years old. We have head coaches in the NHL 38 years old, and then we have Russ.
On a side note, Jerry, I love my whipped cream there. We went out somewhere with the wife, and I got a fucking, I got a nice fancy frappuccinos from Starbucks, and it was filled with whipped cream.
Half calf, extra whip, light and sweet, and whatever else. Yeah.
Yes, actually, I'm normally either a caramel frappuccino or a caramel macchiato, hot, tall, with warm milk. That's besides the point. But I had a frappuccino, and I remember fucking with my wife, and I had like sucked all the whipped cream out of the top, and then she did something to make me fucking laugh, and it just whipped cream just went all over the interior of the fucking car.
Was it out of the nose?
Everywhere.
Was it like dragon? Like you were like a dragon spewing?
With the dashboard, the steering wheel, the fucking windshield was covered in specks of whipped cream everywhere. And
your wife is a goddamn sweet, Russ.
No, she looked right at me and she's like, "You fucking kidding me?"
Your wife is a goddamn saint.
Hey, there's
that was coming out of that end. You should hear what comes out of the other end that kills her.
That's exactly why I'm saying your wife is a damn saint for living.
Oh, don't get it too twisted. She fires right back.
I bet she does.
Hey, there's a Twitter page that I came across that I'm following now, and I'm glued to it, guys. It's called Last Isles Cup, and as Ranger fans, it's great. All they do is just every day put out how many days it's been since the last Islanders Cup. It's great. Today, we're at 14,136 days since their last cup. And I'm just glued to it. Every morning I see it, and I laugh.
So, I get it, Jerry, and we're all diehard, all three of us diehard Ranger fans, right?
Oh, yeah.
That and by birthright, we're diehard Islander haters.
Correct.
If they started a Rangers Twitter, not too far behind.
94 to 83 is a little bit behind.
We're not exactly, I mean, hey, I love hating the Islanders. I also love having the Islanders there to hate. But yeah, I think it's great. I mean, that's what the New York hockey is about, right? The New York rivalry between the Rangers and the Islanders.
Yep.
And yeah, fuck the Islanders. Love to hate them. I'm glad they're still here. There was a rumors years ago they were gonna be leaving the island.
Kansas City was one of them. Yep.
Yep. Couldn't be happier they stayed. So I can keep hating them for being on Long Island. But so, yeah, I'm not a big Twitter guy, but I'm gonna follow that and I'm gonna check them out.
Joe, you and Russ are the very, very extreme Met fans here. Obviously, MLB is not going to start on time. You have owners and players fighting over money, and there's some things that are non-starters for the owners when it comes to negotiations, and it's not going to end well. The lockout is there's no end in sight. Spring training's not going to start on time. But let me ask you, if baseball or when baseball does come back, what are your thoughts on the Old Timers Day and the Mets retiring Keith Hernandez's number?
Yeah, I mean, the lockout and shit, I mean, it is what it is. It's a bunch of rich people arguing about rich people shit. Yeah, hopefully they get back sooner than later. I mean, we're already cutting into spring training, which is supposed to start soon.
Any day now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's always, mid-February around my birthday. Your birthday as well coming up.
Yep.
Which is always, kind of exciting time of year. Mid-February, baseball starts. Spring training. Yeah, I'm a huge baseball guy, diehard Mets fan, as well as just a baseball fan in general.
What do you call it? Speaking of Mets, these just came across my screen. I am not
breaking news.
I got something else for you, but it's a little foul. But no, these came across my screen as a Mets-inspired sneaker, and I'm not a sneakerhead, but these look pretty sweet.
Oh, all right.
I mean, they're all pretty cool. The Mets color Nike, basically. Yeah, we're not too gaudy, but yeah, Mets All-Time Day. I'm cool. I mean, like the Rangers just had Lundqvist night. The tickets were insane.
Yes.
Right. I mean, Old Timers Day. If I can get tickets and they're not insane, I would love to go. It'd be cool. Keith Hernandez retiring his number. No brainer. Keith Hernandez is, one of the best players of all time, and one of the best Mets announcers. I mean, the Mets booth of Ron, Keith, and Gary Cohen is as good as any. And I might be biased, but I mean, I have the MLB package, and I've listened to other games, and I'm like, I don't know if it's my bias or what, but
it's your bias because I can't listen to anything else either. Even like the Mets, like it's not Sam Rosen and John Gino. You freaking sit there and I'm like, I can't listen to other people.
But listening to and Ron Darling, he got picked up for the playoffs and stuff from PBS and stuff. I mean, but listening to them, I mean, Keith Hernandez is as big of a Met as anybody since he got traded there in 80, whatever he is. Obviously, 86 World Series, the numbers he put up, what he means to the team. I think it's great that they're retiring his number. I think the Mets need Mets, minus the lack of championships, have a great history.
Yep.
With some great players along the way. I think it's great that they're starting to recognize some of them, like Keith Hernandez. So yeah, I think the Old Time Day is cool. They have some good names come back. Andy Chavez, Cliff Floyd.
I love
Floyd. I love him.
You know what's funny is he only played 2003 to 2006, and I feel like he played so much longer than that.
Yeah. Right. I mean, you hear the name Cliff Floyd, and you're like, he was a great Met, but he was there during some great years.
Well, here's the thing too is Old Timers Day. Do they get to bring back? Does Carlos Delgado, does John Olerud come? Play? But that's the funny thing is, Cohen said he wanted to hear what the fans thought, and a lot of fans wanted to know.
On Facebook or whatever it was in a Mets group, and they were going back. A post about Old Timers Day for Mets, and they were naming some of the all-time greats. And they were like, so many great players, so little championships.
Yeah.
So many great players. I mean, from pitching staff, from the Tom Seavers to the Doc Goodins to the DeGroms and all that, and position players. So many great players and so little rings. But, I mean, I'm excited for it. Hopefully baseball gets back I mean, we're already holding up spring training, so we're the season's going to be held up, which is a shame because a bunch of rich people can't get on the same page about a bunch of bullshit, right?
It's ridiculous. Moving on to the NBA, the trade deadline is tomorrow. There's a bunch of teams that have already been active. I'll put out on Twitter as the trades come out, but the Blazers and Pacers have been active already. Had a bunch of trades.
Blazers and Pacers.
The Lakers are rumored to want to be changing up things. I don't know who the hell is going to take the Westbrook contract, but he's got 2 years left and about $80 million on it. You got the Nets and 76ers rumored to be talking about a Ben Simmons for James Harden package. We'll see how all that plays out over the course of tomorrow. The All-Star game is the 18th, the 20th in Cleveland. I think it's overkill. I'm not sure what you guys think, but they do a number of events over 3 days. They got a celebrity game.
Give the fans the money worth.
Celebrity game, Rising Stars game. Then you got a skills show on Saturday. And then on Sunday, you got a G League. And then you got the main All-Star game. So, I mean, yeah, if you're a big fan and you want to go for the weekend, you got plenty of events to go look at. But, I mean, as a non-diehard NBA guy, it's kind of overkill in my opinion. Russ, what are your thoughts?
No, I love it. If you're a non-NBA, whatever the hell it is, how you just said, listen, you don't have to watch, you know. And you know, in the end, though, if you're a big basketball fan, this actually makes it a fun weekend.
Yeah, that's true. I can see that side of it.
Rather than competition and a shitty football game, you know, here they're doing everything possible to say, listen, there ain't going to be a basketball game, you know, a meaningful one, but we're going to throw a shitload of content out there. Whether it's good, I don't know, but still, you're giving the fans the money's worth. Listen, I'm not the basketball fan I used to be. I'll sure still watch it. Slam dunk competition and 3-point shootout.
Yeah, I'll watch that. I'm not, you know, keen on the G League. I don't know who's really involved in that, but you know,
you're a bunch of G's, bro.
I'll tell you what, if you're a big time basketball fan, you're excited as hell for this weekend. I mean, you guys are bigger hockey fans than NBA fans. If this was NHL breakdown, you guys would probably be excited and said,
yes.
I hope I got no plans for this weekend because I'm watching a lot of hockey, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, it's all in perspective of what you like, right? I'm a baseball fan. If this was a baseball breakdown, I'd probably be telling the family, like, hey, let's not make plans this weekend. I'm watching some baseball. It's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right.
What
do we make? What are we making on Sunday? I got wings and fresh guacamole.
Where are you going, Russ? Is that an invite to your place or what?
I haven't planned my food yet. Is that an invite? We can all just come over there.
Boots, you are more than welcome to come over, just as long as you understand that by midway through the third quarter, I'm probably heading to bed. Listen, I love football to death, but unless it's some crazy awesome game.
Wait a second.
I'm fucking out.
Wait, hold on. So the guy that is poo-pooing the Rams and my pick is not going to stay awake to see if my pick comes to fruition.
I just leave it in the football god's hands. I can give two shits really, but I get up at 4 a.m. for work and take a goddamn train.
But I'm expecting the "I told you so" or "shit, he was right."
Well,
Twitter
guess what?
change.
You'll get
This is over.
You'll get that at 4 a.m.
This brings up a little something on the topic, but not on our talking point. Did you see that Cincinnati declared Monday a holiday?
Yes.
Which is pretty cool. I mean, I don't know any other state or city that has done that previously.
You won't see that here.
Yeah, definitely not.
Well, I'll tell you what, Boots. You come on over at like 4. We'll have some apps, let the kids play. And, you know, I make all these wings. So one of the wings is going to be with I make a special rub. It's a store-bought rub that I mix in a couple extra things with. And I do it in a way that the wings are defrosted but still cold. So when I dry rub everything and spray them, as they get to room temperature, it almost creates like a marinade as well. But then I roast them on the barbecue. And then I made an Alabama barbecue white sauce last time.
Okay, I'm interested now. You got my attention.
And then the other sauce I do is a barbecue sauce, truffled hot sauce, honey mixture.
Talk dirty to me, Russ.
Oh, yeah.
Keep talking dirty to me, Russ.
No, you know, some apps. Then I'm actually going to take a a piece of knowledge from Jerry's wife. I got some avocados sitting right in front of me. Nice little chunky, some fresh red onion, some fresh diced tomatoes, a little bit of salt, a little bit of smoked paprika right in there. Mix it right up. A little bit of lime juice. Well, not lime juice, fresh limes. And
fresh lime. Always.
I'm going to be shitting out guacamole and freaking stuff in
Sunday. 81 miles from me to you, Russ, Sunday.
Is it 81 miles?
To be completely honest with you.
That's less than an hour, Jerry. Make
it happen. Yeah, it's an hour.
The only time the last bunch of years, because my Colts' last Super Bowl was, what was it? We lost in 2010 to the Saints. It was the 2009-2010 season. I think that was. Oh no! You know what? No, you know what? The other time, no, it was at your house, Jerry, that I got freaking banged up because we got a snowstorm, and I got a text halfway through the game that work was canceled for the next day.
I think I was there for that one.
I think you were too.
One of the last years that Jerry lived local.
Yeah, we've had some good snowstorm stories.
But other than that, I listen. This is some crazy game, or I'm in line to win some crazy money. Yeah, I value my sleep at this point. Just I'll watch the game, enjoy what I can. By that time, by the third quarter, all the good commercials are done. See what happens.
Hey, did you see some of the commercials are leaking already? I mean, what is the fun in that?
I mean, exactly why people like Russ are going to be sleeping by halftime. I had a friend of mine text me the other day, what are you doing for Super Bowl? I said, I don't know, probably watching Netflix by halftime and keeping track of the score on my phone to see if I should turn it back on. And I mean, as much as we can talk shit about the Rams and the Bengals and who wants one, do any of us really care about the Rams or the Bengals at the end of the day?
No, the commercials were what you were watching.
Yeah, right. I think this shit used to start at 5:15. Now it's like it doesn't start till they say 6:15. The shit don't start till 6:35. Game's not ended till freaking 10:30. It's getting later and later every year.
Russ got to go to bed.
The older I get, the less I give a shit about you, and the more shit I give about my sleep.
All right.
All right. One last thing though.
Breaking news.
Sort of. It popped up in my fucking. It popped up. I keep getting stuff popped up. This is on a grosser note, but I don't remember if we talked about it. We talked about Stephanie Matto, whatever, the woman that was on 90 Day Fiance was selling her farts in a jar.
We didn't talk about this on the show yet.
God bless that woman.
But she's good looking too. But you know who I'm talking about, right, Jerry?
Yes.
Okay, so she stopped doing it. Well,
yep.
Teen mom Farrah Abraham, whatever she, she is selling shit in a jar.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, she is wiping her shit with a cotton ball and stuffing it in a jar and giving you a handwritten note.
How much?
That's right.
I don't fucking care how much. It sickens me that people are making money. I go to work every day and put on fucking clown makeup. This bitch is selling fucking shit.
Russ, let me ask you a question. How much did you pay for it?
I'm not paying for nothing.
Okay.
Aside from her boobs, I don't think she's that great looking.
I mean,
those are fake too.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I Googled shit in a jar cost. The things that just came up.
Russ, is that real or was that a sound effect?
No, that's real.
That's my email. Whenever I get an email that goes off. So when I'm on the train or something or a quiet environment with a lot of people and that thing goes off, it's fucking hysterical. But what makes it even better is that when I'm at work and I have my Bluetooth linked to my speaker and we're rocking out to whatever, I have two things. One, when somebody walks in front of my garage door, it goes "Pow!" from The Hangover,
right?
And that scares the shit out of people. And then the other thing is, I'll be blasting Metallica, and in the middle of Metallica, I'll get an email, and you'll just hear, and people just, what the hell is going on?
So, Russ, I think when the
Jerry, you were googling shit in a jar. Please pick up where Russ interrupted. Go ahead.
We're in the wrong line of work, Russ. There are people making $300,000 a year selling poop in a jar
Tell me
online.
this, 'cause I'm the king of dumps. I got my son saying it. My wife's mad at me for my 4-year-old son running around. I took a dump.
There are people making $300,000 a year doing this.
Oh my god, we're living life. There's kids making millions selling freaking toys on YouTube. People making hundreds of thousands selling shit. What the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, it's
Literally selling shit, making hundreds of thousands.
Makes me want to go.
Hey, you know what? I can't hate on them. I mean,
it's crazy.
Good for you. Good for you.
I got that fucking TikTok song in my head now. Every day I'm getting closer to taking a bath with a toaster.
Russ, I think there's a market for you and your dumps. I think you should really explore it.
Dude, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it.
Going full circle back to the beginning for the Craigslist of the hairy bear. That was so in demand.
It was. Harry smelly bear. I was shit. This guy's looking for me.
I got it though. I got it. Russ can sell his poop in a jar and sing live on here, and it could be a great show. I think it'll be a great show if we do it.
I at heart, I'm an animal.
You know,
I'm not fucking. Even in a million years, would you catch me packaging up my fucking shit?
What if you did it for 1 week just to see how much money you could make?
No,
as a science project.
Unless you told me you're going to guarantee me like $25,000 cash, I'm not even attempting it. I don't even know what avenue I would go through. I can just see it in the fucking divorce papers. He's trying to sell his own shit.
In the name of the show, Russ, the E.A.T podcast, I think this needs to be a reoccurring bit that is explored. I will talk to me and Jerry. Will talk to the wife. We know she's very understanding of you as a man, but I think we need to market this, Russ.
Yeah, all in good of the show. I think we need to market this.
It's for scientific purposes and research. I think we really need to follow through with this, Russ.
If we're marketing anything, it's probably going to be marijuana. All right. We're E.A.T podcast. We'll have the mania strain.
Hey, so we know a guy. We've had a CEO on the show a couple of times. We got a guy.
Sandro to make the mania strain.
Yeah,
I mean that's something I'm in the market for myself, other than Russ's shit. Yeah, let's talk marijuana.
Oh, wait,
that's something I paid for.
Well, then I gotta show you something I found the other day that you will appreciate. This one. And it's quite possibly the fucking greatest name I ever heard of for a fucking bong. But somebody made, not the Mike Richter bong, the Mike Richter bong.
That is the goddamn thing of beauty.
Mike Richter. That you couldn't have picked a better
fucking Mike Richter and the bong.
But look at dude, that's thing's perfect. Incredible.
Yeah.
The mask, the number. I mean, that's Mike Richter in
the old school pads. I mean,
yep.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that would fucking. If I took one hit off of that, and after years of not smoking, I think I'd be dead.
We don't want that.
That's right. You guys are both non-smokers.
For now. For now.
I mean, your professional lives dictate that.
Yes, we're getting to retirement age, and we can partake.
Hold on. Before we exit here. Somebody did bring up a good suggestion that instead of the Pro Bowl, let the two worst teams, which would be the Jaguars and Lions, play one last game for the number one pick, like a play-in for the pick.
That's not a bad idea.
I mean, listen, they'd have a layoff, for weeks, after the season ends, but I'd be down for that.
I mean, like a week 18, the two worst teams. I mean,
that way there's no tanking. So you can tank and still lose out on it.
Yeah, not a bad idea. So it'll change it up.
Just go. Listen, it's instead of the Super Bowl, it's the Pooper Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, in one of my fantasy leagues, we have the few last place teams going to the toilet bowl. at the end of the season and basically play for the first round pick. The loser of or the winner of the toilet bowl at the end of the season gets first round pick. So yeah, I mean it's a similar situation.
Are you still
Super Bowl and the toilet bowl?
Are you still in any of the leagues of he who shall remain nameless?
I am. I am still in the baseball league.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in the baseball league since. I mean, you guys got me in. Geez, what is this? 10 years ago, almost.
I couldn't do baseball anymore. By like 3/4 of the way through the season, I was done.
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, I got into the.
I think we sucked, but
he shall remain nameless.
Have you had him on the podcast yet? I feel like he'd be a great guest.
You know what?
He's fucking the most haggard, fucking angry little dwarf I've ever met.
In the same way. Yeah. But we're still in the baseball league. I did football with them 1 year. It was just too much. I'm in a couple other long-term football leagues.
I think football is easier than the baseball. I think baseball.
No, it's more so that I'm in a couple of long-term commitment football leagues that I've been in for 10, 12, 13 years. So taking on a new league, I wasn't really into it much. But baseball. To be honest, without Jerry, who your Twitter is Jerry with the mic, but it could also be Jerry with the straw that stirs the drink. Baseball's quiet. It's fun. I mean, I love baseball, so I'm into it. If my team's good, I'm more into it. If my team's out of it, I kind of tend to forget to set my roster. But without the, I think the self-proclaimed straw that stirs the drink, is that right, Jerry?
Yeah, that's right.
It's really quiet. The message board. I mean, there have been no fights, no threats of actual meet me at the bridge at 2:30 and actually fight me. You know,
I don't think it ever came to that.
I mean, it was pretty close. I think it was pretty close. We still have fun. Miss you guys in the league. You guys definitely added a little spice to it.
I might consider football again in the future, but not baseball. I just too much.
If I'm doing anything, it's with someone else. It's too much for me to just be by myself. I got.
Jerry, you were the minor league consultant.
That's right.
That's right. You guys teamed up, joined together, and Jerry became the minor league consultant for the whammy.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
All I heard was Jerry saying, "I'm doing something I'm doing with somebody else."
Hold on a second.
So Jerry, you don't like doing things alone. Okay.
I was the minor league consultant, but I was the guy that drafted Mike Trout before anyone knew who Mike Trout was.
You did. Fair enough.
Fucking Yasiel Puig.
That guy too.
You guys loved him.
And look at what he became.
We fucking picked him like 75 rounds before anybody even considered him.
And it's funny because you make these picks of the draft and you get the guy who shall remain nameless with the comments in the peanut gallery in the back. Who the hell's that guy? And you know what? We had some good picks. They sat on our minor league bench until they became something, and they were good. Don't get me wrong.
You had Lucas. You picked out Lucas Giolito before.
Lucas Giolito, you guys fucking loved him.
He pitched a no-hitter.
Tawan Walker.
Yeah, another guy.
Lucas Giolito, you guys love him. Yeah, I mean, there's some good guys in that league.
My favorite pick was Mark Trumbo.
Another good guy.
You guys love
home
him
runs
too.
every day.
That guy was
you guys love you said Mark Trumbo.
Machine for like 2 years.
Yes, there's some for the commissioner who, as I shall remain nameless. Is that a thing on the show?
No, it just sounded right, Gary.
No,
it sounds great. I mean, never mention that name on the show. It's great. Keep it going, Russ.
I tag him on Twitter, but I'm afraid I'm getting locked up in all his political posts.
I've asked him to come on the show. He has not accepted yet, but he would be a great guest.
You tell him he comes. I don't know if I want him on the first show. Tell him he comes on the show. I'll reconsider coming back to football.
You know what?
Just have him on the show and then ghost him.
Hold on a second. I'll put this out there. If he comes on the show, I'll think about getting back into baseball if Russ gets back into baseball with me.
Oh, fuck no. That'll never happen.
To be honest, your spot has never been fully filled I actually had my brother-in-law come in for a year. He dipped out.
Like rotating teams, basically. Like just can't.
Yeah, so
Nobody can replace us. Look at that, Russ. It's meant to be.
I just can't do baseball.
The WrestleMania and Jerry show, irreplaceable. I'm just gonna.
Dude, 3/4 of the way through the season.
The WrestleMania and Jerry show, right?
Sure. 3/4 of the way through the season, this guy's talking about who would draft it next year, and I'm on fucking autopilot. I don't even know what our roster looks like anymore. It's just too long.
I mean, to be honest, I mean that's it's a good league, the baseball league. There's some good guys in there. Love them or hate them, they're active and they're a bunch of good dudes that enjoy fantasy sports and gambling like a bunch of degenerates.
Boys, I still miss my football year having like 8 first-round picks and having Peyton Manning and Aaron Rodgers as my 2 QBs.
Yeah, it's a good league. That commissioner that remains nameless, he takes a lot of shit, and since he probably doesn't listen to this, I'll give him a little bit of credit. He does a fairly good job. That's all the credit I'll give him. He does a fairly good job at running some leagues and deals with a lot of personalities like the WrestleMania and Jerry show.
I'll edit that clip and I'll send it to him direct. Don't worry. All right, so this was a lot of fun. Boots, thanks for coming on. Russ, next week we have a big guest on the show. Anybody involved in poker, you obviously know who Daniel Negreanu is. He's going to be on the show February 15th, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific.
I'll make sure to shave my balls for that.
Oh, I'm shaving everything for that.
We're going to need video proof.
No.
That's true.
But yeah, Daniel Negreanu will be on the show next week, 7 o'clock on the 15th. Like I said, it'll be streaming live on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Hey, Joe, before you get out of here, anything to plug? I don't know.
No, nothing. I mean, I'm on Twitter. I don't use it. I just follow people. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys having me on. I've been following you guys. I've known you guys a long, long time. And whenever you don't have anybody better, give me a call and I'll pop on and talk some shit with you guys.
You're better than him. You really had on. Don't worry.
Yeah,
listen. Don't ever put yourself down like that, Bruce.
Yeah.
Or whenever Russ feels like going to bed early on a random night of the week, give me a call and I'll come on and talk with you guys.
If we get like a Friday or Saturday night Ranger game here, come over with the kids. We'll do some food and
absolutely. Like I said,
I see you got your bourbon. I've been into the tequila, so.
I mean, I'm into booze. Bourbon, tequila, whatever it is. Let's drink. We got kids. We got young kids. We need booze in our life. And then there goes Russ making his exit. But yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on. Like I said,
my current state of prized ones. This is
what do you got there?
Cazul Blanco. It's personal favorite at the moment. Until I find a new personal favorite. But for right now, this one's it's quite tasty.
Russ has been on a tequila kick lately. For the last few months now, he's been involved with the Rocks Tequila and a few others. What do you think?
I like it.
All right.
I like it.
I honestly bought it because it was a cool bottle and it was at a decent price point. So I was like, it's got to be. It's over 40 bucks.
Marketing is an amazing thing. You sell it in a cool bottle with a cool label for the right price. So
I'm saying, if I see over 40 bucks and it's got a cool bottle, it has to be good.
It's got to be.
So be good,
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, let's go Rangers, and hopefully we get some baseball, and let's go Mets. And Jerry, let's go whatever baseball team you're following this year.
Oh, yeah. Our Arab listeners are into the comments now.
I'm not sure what's going on here, but they're getting the block.
I think that's
Russ, you want to translate?
Yes, I think the president of Saudi Arabia was just admiring our podcast and says he wants me to send him a jar of my shit.
And with that, Jerry, I think you need to close this out. However you close it out.
And with that, next week we're back on the 15th at 7 o'clock. Daniel Negreanu will be on. Joe, thanks for coming on. The audio from this will be on Spotify and Apple Podcasts tomorrow. To follow me, Jerry with the mic. Follow Russ is WrestleMania61. To follow the show is at the EAT Podcast on Twitter. From New York, everybody, have a great